Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Finally made the jump over to FS25. Been a few mods starting to come out, a couple of maps, so decided to move over. I had been planning to do another series in 22, but it was once I started playing on 25 again that I came over. So we're on the new mod map here. We're on a beta version of Moss Valley by VR Modding. This did come out for 22, though I didn't play it on 22. But it is a UK map, which is part of the reason why I've come over to 25. We now have a couple of UK maps with this. We have Camsden by Oxton David has been converted over. So, as I said, this is a beta version that was only available from VR Modding's Discord. It is with Giants currently in testing. There is a few bits and pieces that are going to be updated in an update that will come. But yeah, nice looking convert of the map, decent map. We are starting with next to nothing, so we currently don't own any land, we have no vehicles, we do have 100 grand in the bank. Now I am using the financing mod, so the idea for this is for us to start a contracting business. Now there is a new yard down in the bottom right hand corner, a contractor's yard, Farmland 88. It does have a sheep pasture with it as well, so our plan is to buy that and be based from there and start up a Moss Valley contracting business. Do some contracts, possibly get a few sheep and see where we go from there. I'm also using a new mod that I'm quite excited about. Some of you may have seen, called Realistic Weather. Now Realistic Weather gives you, if you can see in the bottom right hand corner, you have your usual info box, what crop it is, what growth it is, yield bonus, etc. But if you look down, you have moisture, ideal moisture, the perfect moisture to give you, and the best yield you're going to get. Now that varies, obviously, different times of the day, sun, rain, you do get drought. It also has remastered the snow and some of the disaster. We get drought, more extreme drought, we get more extreme snow, but it also has changed the ground deformation, make it a bit more realistic. So we'll see how we get on with that, but yeah, it's a push back in the right direction towards seasons from FS19 to me, to get your moisture levels right, and hopefully in the future we may be able to get something like when you're making hay or you leave grass or bales out, they may start to rot, or grass may start to turn to hay in the sun, and so forth. So yeah, it's a nice addition, and as I said, there's a few mods now have come out that I've got a bit more excited for FS25. There is still the few bugs from Giants that hopefully, that we did all hope in the last patch would get fixed, but well, hopefully the next patch. I do know the meadow pastures still don't work. There's still issues with connecting the manure bunker to your cow sheds and things, which I believe can be done around with the field info. There's a script in the field info mod that does actually let the manure connect. I haven't tried it, but I have seen, I think Scroft has got it working, and a few others that I've seen. So anyway, let's go and have a look at what's going to be our yard will go down, and we will get this this one bought. So as I said, it's just a contractor's yard. There's a few sheds. We don't have a silo, nothing else here. We can't remove sheds and replace sheds, remove buildings, replace buildings, remove the junk, but it's not overly expensive, so we'll get ourselves a home to begin with. So it's 35,000. So it does give us a home. Now we will need to place down a sleep trigger at one of the houses, and we will go with this one over here, I think, in case we decide to remove those buildings there in the future. So I'm using Vcom Sales Customizer, so I've got quite a few extra ones in there. Farmhouse, we have the Hobo Farmhouse pack, so we can just, the same as in FS22, put down a doormat like so, and that gives us a sleep trigger, and we'll spawn in our own house each time. So we've got just under 65,000 left in the bank. So you can see there's a lot of the fields are quite big, so we are going to need some decent sized equipment, especially harvesters in the future. We may need to put down a silo for any extra crops, and if we buy any fields ourselves. But we now have somewhere to store machinery when we get some. So we will have a look at what contracts we have. We will lease some machinery to begin with until we can afford to get. We can use the financing mod. I am using contract boost, so we are getting a slight boost on the contracts, which will help progress the series. I can go in and adjust it, but it's a bit fiddly. I could give us more. I could quite easily make these contracts worth many thousands, but we don't want to make it too easy. So we have a harvesting contract on field 11 that will give us a substantial income. Also, with the contract boost, I do have it set so that if I go and do a mowing contract on 38, I can go in, rake up, and then bale the grass and keep the grass if I wish. Same for tedding contacts, I can go in afterwards and bale the hay. So there is mods there that kind of fix contracts, because they were something that didn't really need fixed in 22. Splitting them up into different categories, yeah, in my opinion, was a good idea, but not being able to, in base game, keep extra bales or things like that, then yeah, not for me. And the contract automatically completing as soon as it gets to 100%, so you don't get the extra bits of crop and things. But with contract boost from Game Enjoy, we can fix all that. So we shall have a look. We've got a few wrapping contracts. The fertilising, I think we maybe look at start small. Everybody's got to start somewhere. We've got 40 or 66, I think we'll look at. Yeah, we will borrow the items and we'll make a start on field 40, I think. So we've got ourselves a John Deere 6R with the contract and the SMAS front and rear mower. So I have tried to keep as many of the mods as possible from ModHub. There is a few from GitHub. So we are going to field 40, so it is way at the other end of the map, but well. It'll give us a chance just to have a look at the map as we're going around. So as you can see, we had New Holland and JCB dealership. We have a sell point here, Moss Valley Bakery, and then we have another grain sell point there, Grain Merchants. So I am having a few controller issues, so if I suddenly end up looking at the sky or behind me or to the left or right, then it's just the controller, unfortunately. Well, hopefully again in a patch that might fix it. I know I'm not the only person that's had it. So there's one farm here that's available to purchase. It's Hazelhurst Farm. Now I'm not sure which ones all have animals. I know the main farm down the road here has pigs and different bits and pieces, so I would say that one has cattle by the looks of the shed. As I said, I didn't play this on 22. I did have a look at it, but at the time there was other maps I was playing on. So this is the main yard that you would start with in New Farmer. Which is Povey Farm. Very tight yard. As I said, you have several pig sheds and bits and pieces down there. We'll take a shortcut across this track to field 40. So I do like a very hilly map rather than a flat map. Flat maps tend to be boring. I do tend to keep away from them if I can. Maps with square fields. Now you see, there we go. I said about the controller, and my FPS has died for some reason when I go in cab. I've had that issue about a couple of times after going in. It fixes itself. So there's plenty of forestry, as we can see on the map, for anybody who is sadistic enough to want to do that. So this is our group of fields that we are looking to find a way into. The one on the hill there, there's a gate on the road. So it's a nice looking map. I do have the disaster switched on, but just for visual effect. We won't have the crop destruction. We will have tornadoes, unfortunately, which are not very something we really would have in the UK. get ourselves unfolded here. Quite a light grass texture here we have on the map, cut grass. Very light. Looking forward for precision farming coming out, and hopefully that'll work very well with the realistic weather mod. I do believe it will be the second quarter, I think the announcement from Giants was, so you're looking probably towards the back end of the summer. A few bits and pieces coming out over the next month, I think. We're going to have a remaster Silver Run. The first drop of the season pass, so the first DLCs are due to come out, along with patch 1.6. I'm interested to see what else comes. So, not a very big field. Not going to take us long to do this at all. But definitely enjoying 25 more. I did when it first came out. I played it for a bit, and then just too many bugs, and base game maps just don't do it for me. I played around trying to do some of the achievements, and that was it. I went back to 22. I did play around the Gateshead for a bit. I was planning to continue that series, unfortunately. While I was making it, one of my dogs died, and then so far through January I had another 2 unfortunately pass away. So it wasn't the best of times. Just been relaxing and trying to play the game, get into the game, try and get a bit of mojo back with it, and it seems to be coming, so hopefully this series will do well, and we'll see what the future brings with other mods and maps. But yeah, it's not going to take long to finish this field. We shall do this and have a look at other contracts. So I do know the mod testing list seems to be extremely long at the minute. A lot of modders complaining about the length of time for mods to even get into testing while sitting, so hopefully once things settle down we'll start getting some decent mods again. There's some there already. Some of my go-to mods from 22 are starting to appear. I just seem to be struggling a bit with the Grass textures, like most, seem to be a bit shuddery there for some reason, and swaths appear and disappear. And ideally what I would like to do is have a rake this up, grab a baler, bale it, and keep the grass. But as we don't have any of that equipment, that won't be happening. Right, let's have a look in here. So for now we will just collect this contract. It doesn't give us much. It gave us a couple of grand, but big contract for baler wrap in there. I think we will have a go at this one. Will we? Spraying contract. Now with the contract boost you also get a couple of IBCs of herbicide and you also get some seeds and bits and pieces, so it is a bit helpful. But yep, we will look at another contract, I think. I think we will do a fertilising contract on field 18, so we'll borrow the items again. So we shall get this connected up and filled up, and I shall see you over at field 18 in a few seconds. So just coming to field 18, we're just up behind the shop. It's quite a big field, and we will also make use of the new AI workers for this. I know they do have an issue with the offset mowers, which is why I didn't use them while I was mowing. But if I go into here, I did buy another 2 bags on top of the 3 we were given of solid fertiliser there. So I think we'll jump into a quick time lapse while we're doing this, and I'll be back with you all shortly.
We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up all our friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna. Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of our lives. The night is young, don't need anybody else. We came to party all night long, and we don't need no chaperone. We don't need nobody's attention, yeah, we just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long, and sing along to every song. the time of our lives. The night is young, don't need anybody else. We came to party all night long, and we don't need no chaperone. We don't need nobody's attention, yeah, we just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone.
So there we go, that's that contract finished. We didn't use anywhere near as much fertiliser as I was expecting. I do know base game lime is ridiculous, but fertiliser not too bad. So what we'll do, I'll have a quick look. It won't collect that at the minute. What else do we have for fertilising? That is up near us, so we are in field 18, so we're looking at anything up to field 19 or 30. So yeah, we will take on 16 and 28. Probably should have gone to 28 first, as it's a closer one. We have no collisions on the hedges here. I'll take advantage of that and we will burl around. Head into 28, so we will finish up this episode here, and in the next one we'll start off, we'll get these two fields fertilised and take it from there. I hope you've enjoyed my first video on FS25. Hope many more to come very soon. Hope you've enjoyed Moss Valley. If you have, please hit that like and subscribe button. And as usual, I'll take care and I'll see you all again soon. Moss Valley on Farming Simulator 25.